about our experience in digital marketing and in education in digital marketing. Today, we are sharing knowledge with the whole world, and on the Udemy, we have over 290,000 students, and in few days it will be 300. We are teaching digital marketing, social media, SEO, email marketing, paid traffic. So if you want to share your knowledge, if you want to get more data and to become really successful digital marketer, don't hesitate, visit our courses on Udemy, and it will help you in your digital marketing approach. Another big thing is our own platform, skillsbooster.net. We're just starting developing this platform, but at the same time, you can find here free webinars. You can find here our online conferences. The closest one is SEO Day. It's a free online conference, and it takes place on the 17th of August. You can just go to skillsbooster.net/courses SEO Day and visit there our conference. Also, you can be a part of our big course on digital marketing. On this course, we will share our best knowledge about how to become a digital marketing specialist, how to start your career, how to get all knowledge you need, and certifications that make your activity in digital marketing more efficient. So this was about us, and now I'm happy to present our today's speaker. It's Denis Reznik. Denis is really great expert in technology. He is one of our experts, and I hope that with Denis, we will share the knowledge, and in future you will find one of his courses on Udemy. So Denis, hi, how are you?
Hi, Anton. I am not too bad, not too bad.
It's really great. I'm happy to hear you on our conferences. Denis is a really great expert in Power BI. He will share firstly his presentation and tell a little bit why do you need Power BI in your digital marketing career. And after that, he will share the screen and show how you can use all this tool in practice. So Denis, it's all up to you. You can share your screen and start sharing your knowledge.
Thank you, Anton. Okay. Hi, everyone. Today, our webinar will be how to start using Power BI just now. My name is Denis Reznik. I'm working in Intapp company as a data architect, and I'm holding Microsoft MVP status for the last 10 years in data platform expertise. That's all about me. Now let's go to the presentation. What is Power BI? Probably you have seen some of these beautiful dashboards, and Power BI right now, it is not a single tool, but this is a platform which offers us several services and products to get valuable insights from our data. We can visualize our data on dashboards and reports. We can get some value from that data, and we can see trends. We can do forecasts based on this data. And all this is the power of Power BI. Also, it's pretty simple to start using it just now. So in this webinar, we will build, well, some reports. I consider them as beautiful reports, and you will see how easy we can do that, how easy we can start getting value from our data and start analyzing data with Power BI. Okay, some of the Power BI services I would like to mention in this session. First one is Power BI Desktop. This is a free tool which works only on Windows, and it can be used for building Power BI reports. Also, this tool, it's quite good to do self-service analysis. So you can load data into Power BI Desktop and analyze it by yourself. But if you want to do more tasks, more advanced analytics, or share these results with your team, with your organization, you need Power BI Service or Power BI Report Server. Power BI Service is a cloud service which allows you to host your dashboards, give you more features of Power BI, and allows you to share this report across organization and do some other interesting stuff. Power BI Report Service is on-premise solution. This is the same Power BI service, but on your local host. And that's all. It costs pretty big amount of money, and Power BI service requires Power BI Pro subscription. Power BI report service requires Power BI Premium subscription. And also Power BI gives us free mobile applications for Android and iOS to do analytics and view these reports and dashboard in that application. Okay, that's all for introduction. Now we're starting to create our first Power BI report. How to get Power BI desktop? The easiest way is to go to Microsoft Store on your Windows PC and search for Power BI desktop. That's it. I already have my application, so I will just start it. If you don't have this application yet, you can install it from here. Okay. I'm starting Power BI desktop, and on the first screen, you see a pretty big amount of resources which Microsoft give us to educate ourselves. We can see the latest views, the latest features of Power BI. We can read blogs, tutorials, forums, and so on. Right now, at these days in 2022, we have a lot of resources about Power BI to check its capabilities and to start using it. I will close this window and I will start new report. As a data source, I will use financial sample data shared by Microsoft, which give us some sales information about some products in some countries. And here we have price of that product, how many units were sold, how many, what is the amount of total amount of sales, total amount of cost of good sale, and the profit. So that's enough to build a very interesting report and get values from this data. Okay. So as I said previously, Power BI needs some data to analyze. This data called data source. And we can get this data from too many sources. So let me open the full window to show you that we can analyze a lot of file formats, a lot of databases, SQL Server, MySQL, Postgres, and so on, including Google Bigtable and others. Data from Azure services like Synapse, HD Insight, Azure Databricks, and so on. And even we can parse web pages to get the data from there. That's pretty interesting and pretty cool. Right now, I'm starting with my Excel workbook, financial sample, and that's almost all we need. So Power BI parsed my Excel document, and you see I have financials table from that document and a sheet 1. In this case, there is no difference because all data is in the table, which presented on the Excel sheet. So I'm just loading this data into my model. I can transform data or can load it as is. At any point of time, we can get back to our data source and transform it like we want. Right now, I'm loading it as is. And you see that my table right now will appear here in the fields area. Financials, let me rename it to have capital letter at the beginning. And I see all my data over here. Now I can start building a report. What can we start from? Usually it's a good idea to start from table, just to see your data, to check what is there and if table is enough for you. Probably it will not, but we will start from it. What I want to see in my report, I want to see country. I want to see date, of course. You see in the file, we have date in this format. Where is it? Day, month, and year. Or no, month, date, and year. Power BI is creating the hierarchy based on that data. And when I'm adding it to the report, you see, I see year, quarter, month, and day. I'm not sure I want analysis by day, so I will remove it. And I'm not sure I need a quarter here. So my analysis will contain just year and month. Then I would like to add the product which we are selling, which this company is selling. What else? Probably how many sales we made, how many units of this product were sold, sales amount, cost, total cost of that, and profit. So that's all. Right now, I see my data in the table in Power BI. You can agree that this is not good enough, and this is not the purpose of using Power BI, just to create tables inside. So let's make this report a bit more useful. I will transform it from table to matrix. I can choose any visualization you see on this panel, and my data will be transformed accordingly. So matrix is a good start and very powerful tool in Power BI. Okay, you see I have rows. In the rows area, I have country, date, year, and month. I can analyze this data by year and by month and by country. I'm not sure products should be here, so let me remove it. Okay, now I see how many units were sold in each country, in each month, total amount of sales, cost, and finally profit. Yes. And also you see that the data, my sales by month, naturally grouped to a year. So I see all these numbers. I see sales for each month, I see grouped number by year and grouped number by country. This is the power of matrix. Well, I can see that year 2013 don't have enough information. 2014 has all month sales, but 2013 has only the last quarter. I would like to add some filters here. Let me add a visual called slicer. And it can help me to filter data by country. Yes, you see I have only 5 countries in my source. Let me add one more slicer for year. I guess year will be good. And you simply just drag and drop these elements from the visualizations panel to your canvas. Year, and I don't like this slicer look. So I'm choosing the option which called list. So this will be a list slicer. Again, and one more for month. And okay, that's good. Now I can say to my report that I only want to see data for 2014. And all data related to 2013 sales are gone right now. So that's pretty cool. And the same, I want to choose only North America countries. And now I see only Canada and United States. Oops, it's not working that well. So this is the thing which you can experience with Power BI. Some components are not working like you expected. Usually when I use checkboxes, I can select multiple checkboxes. In Power BI, if I hold Control, I can select several of them, or I can go to the properties, format and properties, and change the way how we select data in the list. If I remove multi-select option with Control, I'm just clicking my mouse and I'm selecting several elements. I can do this for the other slicers as well, if they have similar properties. So I can do this change for all of them at once. So what we see here, if I'm interested in profit, my report will be like, I will call this report profit. So you see that in US, the biggest profit is at the summer month, yes? In Canada, it will be always summer, but I'm taking too much time to find this data. If I will include France, Germany, Mexico, it will take me even more time to analyze the data. And this is what we try to avoid using Power BI. It gives us so much features, so much options to visualize our data and find sense and from that data that we can't scroll down and up our table to find the values we want. So in this case, I would like to add some more highlights in my report. I'm going to the format my visual, and there is an element called sales element. Here I can do highlightings for the values in my table or my matrix. I'm choosing value profit, and I'm going to change background color. You see the biggest number right now has bold color. Small numbers has very light color. I can leave it as is, or I can do some more modifications. I can do some conditional formatting to my field. Let's say my lowest value will be red. Let's do it this red. My biggest value, highest value will be green, like this. And I would like to add a middle value, middle color, and it could be yellow. Let me find good yellow color like this. Okay. Okay. And right now my profit column looks like a traffic light. Small values are red, which is a red area, and big values are green. So, and we clearly see that the biggest sales were made in October in Germany and December in Canada. Yes. If I would like to check just one country, let's say America, United States of America, my highlighting changed accordingly. So right now I see this traffic light just for US, and I see that the best sales month is July. And I see the trend that sales are growing from the beginning of the year till July, and then they are going down to the end, till the end of the year. That's pretty interesting and pretty valuable information which we can get from Power BI. Okay, let's add more value to our report. Right now I'm adding the panel which called Q&A. It supports natural language queries. Let's say I have pretty big data set, a lot of data, and it's pretty hard for me to do this filtering, doing this, checking these checkboxes. But I want to quickly get the insight from my data. So I can do it this way with Q&A. Let's say I want to get information about sales in Canada in 2014. Let's go, and you see this number. So using just natural language question, you can get the results from this. Sales in Canada and Germany in 2014. Now you can see two values, sales in Canada and sales in Germany. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let me remove my sales query. And this is a quick example how what we can do with Power BI, how we can quickly create valuable report and get data from it. We have some time, and I would like to create one more report, which will be oriented on sales. It will look like dashboard. So let's say the request for this report is to see as much data about sales as possible. In this case, we will build pretty small visuals and create a lot of them on the same screen, on the same report. Also, I would like to show the region which can be a good considerations for the new office location. And I don't have such kind of information in my financials data set. I need to take more data and I need to join another data set. For this case, I will use Wikipedia article, list of countries by internet users. Here we go. This is how it looks like. On the web page, we have several HTML tags, and Power BI is looking for HTML tag table. If it finds it on the web page, it can parse the data and return it to us like a table. So let me try to get data from Wikipedia. As a source, I'm choosing web. I'm inputting my article website. And here we go. This is the parsing results. There are several tables, and we need to find the one we are looking for. Statistics about countries' populations and the amount of internet users in that country. Looks like I found it. Here we are. And right now, I will not load data immediately. I would like to transform the data. This transformation is applied when data is going from the source to the Power BI model. The data we are operating in Power BI called Power BI model, and they are located in the memory of Power BI process. So, country or area column, I would like to rename it to country. So you see, it's pretty easy. Everything we do in Power BI, except writing some formulas, is pretty easy and pretty natural. I would like to remove sub-region and region columns, and I'm just clicking delete and they are gone. Percentage, I don't need this. Population, it's good to rename this column to population. And sources and years, we don't need that. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Let's see which countries we have. China, India, United States, Indonesia, and so on, Russia. Okay, I don't want to open business in Russia. I don't want to open office in Russia. I would like to remove this row. And we can do even this. So remove rows. It's not, this one is not very natural, but I'm choosing remove alternate rows. First row is to remove 8, and I would like to remove just one row. And I'm not sure I would like to show all countries' information in my report. Maybe I will consider just 30 countries, or maybe 40 countries. That will be fine. Okay. And you see, right now, my record is gone. My data set is clean, and I'm ready to load this data to my Power BI model. I'm clicking close and apply. And my table should appear here. Let me rename it to countries. And that's almost all from my data model, but not all. You see, we have 3 pictograms here. One is for visuals, second is for data, where we can see the actual data in our tables, and third is relationships. I'm going to the third tab, and by default, Power BI saw that we have country column in both data sets, and it creates a relationship between them. If Power BI will not do this, we can do this manually, but simply dragging and dropping column to another one. And I have a strong association between 2 tables. Country in one table is related to country in second table. After this moment, after our tables in model are connected with this relationship, we can add fields from both tables to our reports, and they will be related to each other. Let me show how this works and what it means. First of all, since I have countries data, it will be good to show some maps visualization. I put map visual on my report, and as a location, I would set country. Yes, you see 5 countries for which we have sales over here. And I would like to see the sales amount. Where is it? Sales. Okay. And the sales amount will regulate bubble size. You see that US, Germany, Canada, and France has bigger bubbles. Germany is a bit smaller, and Mexico has smaller bubble. When we hover mouse over the bubble, we see the actual value of sales. If we want to see more data like units sold and profit, we can add these data to the tooltips, and hovering my mouse over here will show us this info as well. Okay, it's always a good idea to add some filtering to our report, and I would like to copy my filters from one page to another. I'm just press Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, and here we go. Also, Power BI is asking us if we want to sync visuals. It depends on your needs. For this example, I will prefer to sync. So if I will filter data on one page, I will have the same filter on my first page. And that can be very, very interesting feature. Okay, so what if I will check the sales in 2013? You see, my diagram changed, and now I see that Germany in 2013 gave much better sales than other regions. But in 2014, 3 regions grown even more than Germany: France, Canada, and US. That's insight that the value we're getting from the data. Okay, what else can we get from here? Let's try to get the information about sales and profit. In visual format, it looks like it will be good to be shown in columnar chart. On the x-axis, I will have month. Let's say I will do analysis only for a single year. I will choose 2014. And as a data, I will use sales and, where is it? Sales and profit. So on the same graph, I see how many profit I made, how many sales I made, how many profit I made, my company made. Okay, let's make it a bit smaller. Okay, and what can we do more? I would like to get the information about product sales. Which products selling better, which products sales are smaller. And I think that for this task, the best visual will be line chart. So again, at an x-axis, I will add month, and as a data, I will add sales. And now, to get more value from this and to check the sales by product, I will add a product as a legend. And now on the same chart, I see all my product sales. And the biggest beauty with Power BI and all this data, this whole data model, that all data here is related. Let's say I'm choosing US. I'm clicking on US on the first visual. All other graphs are filtered accordingly, you see? And now I see that the value of US sales in total sales. This is my total sales for October, yes? And this part is the US value in total sales in October. Okay. If I choose Germany, situation will be a bit different. And the same for product. Let's say I would like to check this product PSO. And I see the dynamics of the product sales over the months. And I see the dynamics of sales over the world. I see that North America gives much better sales than Europe for this product. If I choose another one, I can see probably a different picture. Yes, you see, for product Carretera, I have very good European sale, but much smaller North American sale. Okay. What else we can do? In our data, we have a column which called segment, which shows us in which segment we did the sales. Let's try to visualize it. For this one, probably pie chart or tree map will work better. Let's try tree map. Tree map. As a category, I will use segment, of course. And as a values, I will use sales amount. And what I have chosen. Okay. So the biggest area where we sell our goods is government. Second one is small business, then enterprise and others. What is this? Mid-market and channel partners. If I would to check enterprise, you see its value, which products were sold and which countries we do these sales. For government, you see that US is not a good market, but France, Canada, and Mexico is pretty good. Small business and so on. And it's really cool that all this data is related. And now let's add the last piece of puzzle to our report. It will be statistics about the prospective offices. Maybe it will be a simple table. Now I will use my countries table. I will put country over here, population, and internet users. Well, maybe I can do it like this. Maybe I can leave it as is, but anyway. So I would like to sort my data set by the biggest amount of internet users. Yes. And it will be good to highlight my data. Let's go again to the format visual, like we did previously. Cell elements, and let's set background color. As a summarization, I will use sum, but not distinct, not country. I need to choose internet users, then use background color, and summarization will be sum. Probably blue color will be good. And right now I see that the biggest interesting markets are China and India. United States, we already have it here, and so on and so on. Of course, if I will click China, since data is related, we will not see any values. If I will choose Germany, you see, like my data is narrowing down to this, to Germany sales, to Germany information. If I will choose United States, I will see nothing. Why this is happening? So we are joining data from different sources, and these different sources might have some different representations of the same data. This is what's happening here. In one data source, country name is United States. In the first financials data source, the name is United States of America. So we need to correct this if we want our data to be related. And like I said previously, we can go to the data modification at any time and I will do it right now. What is this? I will go to transform data again. I will choose my data sets, financials, and I'm going to change the value from United States of America to United States. It will update my whole data set, not just this one cell. I'm closing and applying. And right now, my country name is United States. And when I click it, you see, all my report is updated accordingly. Okay, let me save my report somewhere. I will call it sales. And now, before publish, let's talk why we should publish. First of all, it will be sharing, updating information in Power BI desktop. I need to click refresh button to update my data. If I will upload it to Power BI service or Power BI server, there will be an option to do a scheduled update. So data will be updated on the background and you will see updated data in that report. And many other small things like this. So each visual is based on data. Yes. And when you click visual, you see these icons. Filter, expanding, all visuals can be expanded to full screen. So it makes sense to make small reports in your report, but when you want to look a bit more closer to it, you can always do expand and see this data on your full screen. Okay. Okay. And also, since all these visuals based on the data, you can export the data to analyze in Excel, for example. You see, I clicked export, and the only format I have is CSV format. What it means? I can save it to a CSV file, then I can open it in Excel, save it as an XLX file, and continue analysis in Excel. But it will take some time, and you may ask why it's not available to save it as an Excel file. That's a good question. This is a small thing, and you will find while working with Power BI Desktop, you will find more and more these small things which are not available. And when you start searching about it, you might find that a lot of them are available in Power BI service. That is why we need to publish it. From Power BI service, you can export all these visual in a Excel format. And a lot of other small good things you can do from Power BI service. Right now, I am publishing my report. It's published and I can open it in my browser. Let me sign into my account. Okay. I need to authorize. Okay, that's done. Please show me my report. No, I don't want to sign in. Here we go. You see this in your browser. You can do the same operation we did in Power BI Desktop. You can modify, you can edit this report over here, but all you see right now requiring Power BI Pro subscription. It costed previously $10 per month. Right now, I don't know, but maybe it's more or less the same. And you can share these reports in your organization with other users who has Power BI Pro subscription. Also, let me click and try to export one of the visuals. Let's say export data, and you see that I can export this data in the Excel. It's not CSV, it's clean Excel file. So these are the small things which you can do only in the Power BI service. Okay. And the last thing I would like to show you here is exporting PowerPoint and embedding the live data. What it means for us. Let's see. This is my Power BI report inside PowerPoint slide. I have to authenticate. Okay, no. And I can simply start my presentation. It requires PowerPoint add-in, but it will ask you to install it if you will try to do these slides. And on the slide, I can do all these transformations. I can do data analysis without even leaving my PowerPoint presentation, which is pretty cool. So this is the slideshow, and I still can do all these operations. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, copy and pasting this slide into my presentation. Say over here. And here we go. This is our report. This is how it works. Also, we have a few minutes. I would like to show you the Power BI desktop. It's only on camera, so it's my tablet. I'm going to the Power BI application and
Denis, unfortunately, your tablet, we can't see it because your screen is in Zoom is blurred. If you change settings of your screen, we can see it, but because we just see some colors,
okay.
That's it.
I see. But you see this report. So that's it. In your application. And when somebody shared a report with you, you will receive a notification in your application. You can just simply take your phone and check this data. That's pretty cool. Okay, we are almost over. We are over with the presentation, but I would like, at the end, I would like to share some thoughts about learning Power BI. I see two paths how we can do this, and I can't say that one of them is better than another. All of them are good. So first one is taking a full course on Power BI, and there are a lot of sources to do this. Microsoft Academy, Udemy, EDX, Pluralsight. There are a lot of free courses. There are a lot of commercial courses, and a lot of them are good. A lot of them are good. And second path is experiment and learn. Just install Power BI Desktop. Take a local data source. If you are trying to analyze data inside your organization, you can get that data and analyze that data. If you don't have good data source, you can load public or sample data source. Microsoft offers about 10 of them, about sales, human resources, and so on. There are a lot of public data sets in the web. And just start to create your first report and do some data analysis. Try to get some value from the data. Try to visualize the data. You can feel which visual will be better to represent this or that. And that path, on this path of experimenting, you will bump into some issues like how to do this, how to do that, why I can show this data in this way. And right now, Power BI community is pretty big, and answers to a lot of these questions can be found online. Maybe after a while you will decide to take a course, or maybe taking a course you will decide that it's enough, it's not giving me any more value, I will just try to experiment. But these two paths, both are really good. And as you saw in this webinar, using Power BI is pretty easy. After that, you dig into more complex question, complex advanced techniques like using formulas, using some measures, and so on and so on. But you can start learning Power BI and using Power BI just now. Okay. Thank you very much for attending the webinar. And now it's time for questions, I guess.
We have some questions. Denis. Thank you. You are like a rock star of Power BI. I loved some reports and templates we can really use in our daily basis. We have some questions. Question from Saurabh Roy. Saurabh writes that he is from India. Anton, would we get the video? Yeah, sure. All our webinars you can find on our YouTube channel. My colleagues already wrote that you can find the video of this webinar tomorrow on this YouTube channel. Also, Saurabh asked, do we have Telegram group? Yes, we have Telegram group. You can go to our Telegram group and to find the link here. These were questions from our chat, and we have prepared questions from our students. The first question is how to use advanced Power BI. What are the best tips? Maybe 2-3 tips, Denis, from you, how to use advanced Power BI. What recommendations can you give?
Honestly, I don't get this question completely. What is advanced Power BI? If we're talking about advanced features, which are available in the paid subscription, so
yeah,
there is
let's talk about paid.
We should choose that subscription. If we're talking about advanced techniques like complex functions, queries, and so on, or specific data sources, so you can take course on advanced Power BI, and I have shared a few links with with organizers. And I don't know, Anton, you will share that link, or Nadia? But
Nadia
I believe that links.
Nadia will share, and then we will add it into the video description. The best
that links will be shared. As for advanced, I would say it will be good to follow the famous persons who do Power BI stuff and read their blogs. So they are describing a lot of advanced techniques, topics, and that's it. And when you will start using Power BI, you will sooner or later will face that issues, and you will try to find the solution. So it's like you have a problem, then you are searching for a solution, and you will find a lot of advanced techniques there. It's just taking some time.
Okay, thank you. We have the next question. Most of our students, they are beginners, so the question looks like, can I get a job after learning Power BI? What kind of certifications do I need? What certifications in Power BI can make you more interesting for the employees and for employers, and give you a better salary at start and give you more career abilities?
I'm not sure if you can get job after Power BI certification and so on. Some companies has Power BI departments, analytical departments, where they're using just Power BI, and that can be a good start if you can get there. But data analytics is not limited to Power BI. It will be good to know SQL databases, at least, and Excel, in addition to Power BI, which will increase your area which you can cover and apply to a data analytics job. So Power BI is good, but it will be good to learn something about beyond Power BI. So I would say that you should concentrate more on data analytics job than on just learning Power BI. It should be coming all together.
Okay, great. There is another interesting question. I understand that it can be like for 1 hour. Please tell me about a career roadmap in data analytics, how it can look like.
It looks like you can apply for a job if there is an
maybe you can share your own career roadmap.
Job data. Yeah, my career is not related to data analytics. I never have been data analytic, but I love data and I do some analysis. And you know, just look what people are searching for data analytics in your region or where you want to apply. Check which technologies you know, which you don't know. Learn that stuff and apply to that position. So that's it. Usually it should be relational databases, Power BI, Excel, maybe some other tools, some statistics knowledge, mathematics. So it depends on the company and what the job you have to do with that. But generally, it's a good idea to apply for a job and then.
Okay, thank you. We have another one question. Please recommend free Power BI video courses and books. Maybe you can recommend some courses, books, or any other stuff you are using for yourself or for your colleagues.
I have shared some links with Nadia. So
we will add
I
them
would
to the
say,
description of video.
Yeah, one of them is a channel of his name is Kevin. He worked in Microsoft in Power BI team, and he made pretty good courses on EDX some years, maybe a lot of years ago. I watched that. And right now, I believe he's not in Microsoft, and he started his YouTube channel. And there are a lot of pretty good videos about Power BI there. So I would like to recommend that. Also, people like Alberto Ferrari, Marco Russo, Chris Webb, their blogs, their sessions on the conferences will be pretty good. If we're talking about Ukraine, we have two experts here, Evgeny Polonichka and Sergei Lunyakin. You can check their sessions as well. So that's all my recommendation list.
Great. I have one more too. We have a question from Olga Kozub. Is this important tool for business analysis? What are the tools you recommend to learn if you want to be a data analytics?
I would say Excel and data and relational databases, but it depends if you are working on Microsoft infrastructure. If your company is more Microsoft oriented, that it will be a bigger chance that they will choose Power BI as an analytical source for data visualization. There are other competitors on the market like Qlik and Tableau. So it really depends on the company, what company is focusing on, which tools they are using, because all these tools are great. I am more related to Microsoft in my experience, so that is why I will choose Power BI among these three. But the whole world is not limited to Power BI. There are a lot of great tools on the market.
I have one more comment from Surav. He told that it's a great webinar, amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Denis. Thank you, Anton. He told that a lot of love from Calcutta, India. Surav, we also love you. And maybe this is that's all questions we have. So Denis, I want to say thank you for this great webinar. Thank you for Q&A session. I hope our students will love and use and implement this knowledge in their project. Have a great day and see you on our next sessions.
Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day.